Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 25th of June, 1977, and the title is The Complete and Perfect Stage of Purity. Bapdada was seeing two special aspects of every child. He was seeing to what extent each soul has become honest and holy according to his or her yoga and capacity. All effort-making souls are moving along with the aim of having an honest heart and being trustworthy in their relationship with the Father. However, each one is number-wise in being honest. 1. You are holy according to the extent that you are honest. The main aspect in being holy is to be honest with the Father. Simply to be celibate is not the highest stage of purity. Purity means royalty, that is, reality, that is, honesty. Those with such an honest heart are seated on the heart throne of Baba, the comforter of hearts, and children who are seated on the heart throne receive the throne of the kingdom. Second, an honest and trustworthy soul is one who doesn't use any of the treasures he has received from the Father for any task without taking the Father's directions. If according to the dictates of your own mind, or the dictates of others, or because of the influence of bad company, you waste your time, words, deeds, breath, or thoughts, and you think of others instead of thinking of your original self, or you become arrogant instead of maintaining your self-respect, if you move along according to the dictates of your own mind, instead of following Srimad, then in such a case, you would not be called honest or trustworthy. Bapdada gives all these treasures for the service of world benefit. Therefore, if you use them for any task other than the task for which they have been given to you, it is as though you are dishonest in looking after the treasures entrusted to you. This is why the greatest stage of purity is to be honest. Each of you should ask yourself, to what extent am I honest? Third, the third qualification of an honest soul is constantly to have good wishes and elevated feelings for every soul. Fourth, to be honest means to be constantly an instrument and to have feelings of humility in your thoughts, words, and deeds. Fifth, to be honest means to experience a powerful stage at every step and to experience Baba's companionship in every thought, as well as the hand of cooperation. 6. To be honest means to experience the stage of ascent at every step. 7th, just as Baba is revealed to the children as he is and what he is, so too, for you children, to be honest means that you should reveal yourselves to the Father as you are and what you are. You shouldn't think that Baba knows everything anyway, for to reveal yourself to the Father is the easiest method to come into the stage of ascent. It is an easy method to finish the many types of burden in the intellect. To make yourself clear means to have the path of effort clear for you. You have to make yourself elevated through your own clarity. However, what do you do instead? You tell Baba a few things and you hide other things. The things that you do tell Baba are based on a selfish motive for attaining some kind of facility. Having made plans according to the dictates of your own mind or those of others, you put your case to the Father or the instrument souls, embellishing it very clearly. If you clearly present your case to prove yourself right by considering Baba to be the innocent Lord and also the instrument souls to be innocent, what would the consequences of that be? Bab Dada and the instrument souls would practice the lesson of Haji to you for a short time in order to make you happy, because they know to what extent souls have the power to tolerate and the power to face. Knowing this secret, they would not become displeased, but would give those souls method to enable them to move forward. They would make those souls happy, but there is a difference in making them happy because of knowing their secrets and making them happy from one's heart. You try to become clever, but instead of that, you become very simple. How? You become happy with just a little. You consider defeat to be victory. It is defeat for many births, but you become happy with temporary attainment and consider yourself to be clever, sensible, and victorious. Baba feels mercy for such souls because they are making themselves instruments to experience loss for all the time by hiding behind the curtain of cleverness. What would Bapdada say then? That they do not have the fortune of making elevated effort. Eighth, to be honest means that your foundation shouldn't be based on any situation. Your foundation should be based on the experience of every aspect of gyan and attainment. Otherwise, as soon as the situation changes, the foundation changes and faith turns to doubt, and you start asking the questions, why and how? That cannot be called a foundation that is based on experience and attainment. Such a weak foundation would cause upheaval over any trivial matter. What interesting and amusing aspect do you put forward to Bapdada nowadays? That you had to remain pure until 1977 and that it is now difficult to remain pure any longer. This is why you put everything on Baba. Make yourself blameless and blame God. However, purity is the original sanskar of Brahmins. It is not a limited sanskar, limited purity. That is, purity of one birth is renunciation in a limited way. Unlimited renunciates, renounces impurity for many births. Bapdada never gave a time limit for purity. The slogan you write is, take the inheritance of constant purity, peace, and happiness from the Father. What stage of purity would you call the purity based on time? This proves that your foundation is not based on your own experience and attainment. So this is not a qualification of an honest child. To be honest means to be constantly holy. Do you understand what honesty is? Acha. to those who become an image of upliftment for everyone on the basis of their power of truth, and who constantly have an honest heart, to those who take every step of their life based on their attainment, to those who have a fast speed while constantly following Srimad, to such intense effort makers, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and Namaste. Bapdada meeting groups. Do you constantly experience yourself to be victorious? To be a Master Almighty Authority means to be constantly victorious. The memorial of the elevated actors is in the form of the Rosary of Victory. It is not just a rosary, but the Rosary of Victory. What does this prove? That only elevated souls are victorious souls. This is why the Rosary of Victory is praised. Are you victorious in this way? Or are you sometimes threaded in the Rosary of Victory and sometimes coming out of the Rosary? Do you know the reason for experiencing defeat in any situation? What is the main reason for experiencing defeat? You do not check yourself again and again. You do not use at the right time all the tactics you receive from the Father from time to time. This is why you are defeated at certain times. You have all the tactics, but you become aware of them after the time has gone by, in the form of repentance, saying, if it had been like this, I would have done this. Because of being weak in checking yourself, you are not able to change yourself. The instrument with which to check yourself is the divine intellect. Of course, the method of checking is to write a chart, but you can only maintain an accurate chart when you have a divine intellect. If you do not have a divine intellect, you consider something wrong to be right. If an instrument is not accurate, the result would not be correct. By checking yourself with the divine intellect, you are able to check yourself accurately. So use your divine intellect to check yourself, and you will be able to change yourself. Instead of experiencing defeat, you will be victorious. Do you constantly walk and move around, experiencing yourself to be a subtle angel in an orb of light? Just as after becoming an Avyakt angel, Brahma Baba became an instrument to serve all souls everywhere, so too do you experience yourself to be a soul in the form of light and an angel with is a light form? You have to become equal to both Bap and Dada. Do you not? You have love for both. The proof of love is to become equal. Whomsoever you have love for, you will speak in the same way as the one you love. Love means to harmonize sanskars, and when the sanskars are in harmony, there is love. When the sanskars are not in harmony, it will not be possible to love someone no matter how much you try. So, do you have love for both fathers? To be equal to the Father means to become stable in the soul's form of light, and to become equal to Dada means to become an angel. You have to give the return of love to both fathers. So, are you giving the return of love? Do you move along as an angel, or does the body, the earth, made of the 5 elements, attract you? When you become subtle, that body, earth, will not attract you. To become equal to the Father means to become double light. Do you have both types of light? One is in the corporeal form, and the other is in the incorporeal form. You are equal in both, are you not? If you become equal, you become powerful and victorious. If you are not equal, you will fluctuate between sometimes being victorious and sometimes defeated. The method to become unshakable is to become equal. While moving around, constantly consider yourself to be an incorporeal soul, and when performing actions, consider yourself to be an Avyakt angel. Then you will constantly remain above and fly in happiness. Angels are shown flying. Angels are shown on mountains. An angel means one who has an elevated stage. No matter what happens in this physical world, angels continue to observe each one's part with detachment and give a current. They have to give this current because they are instruments of benevolence. While watching as a detached observer, continue to give a current. That is, continue to give cooperation. A current can never be given when you have come off your seat. To give a current is to fulfill your responsibility. To fulfill your responsibility means to give a current of benevolence. But you have to pay attention because you can only give it while being in an elevated stage. To fulfill your responsibility means not to become mixed with anything, but to give a current of cooperation through your attitude and vision. Then you will not feel the heat effect of any type of atmosphere. If you are feeling the heat, it means that you do not have the stage of a detached observer. You don't have to be the task's companion, but you do have to become Baba's companion. You feel the heat when you become a companion instead of being a detached observer. If you learn to fulfill your responsibility in this way, you will be revealed to the world as a lighthouse. What wave is being spread nowadays? In the beginning, the Maharathis had a lot of force in their mind to bring their equals into purity from impurity. Do you remember that initial force you had? You had so much deep love and enthusiasm. You had the deep concern to free everyone and fill each one with power. At the beginning, you had the force that you had to liberate and protect your equals. Do you have that same wave now? Whether it is souls who have become weak as they were moving along, or new souls who are still in bondage, do you still have that strong feeling to free everyone from bondage? Or do you set them aside, saying that it is the drama? What is your present part? That of a bestower of blessings, a great donor, and a benefactor. It is the drama, but what is your part within the drama? So, this wave should definitely be spread. Just as a fire brigade has the force to put out a fire when there is a fire, they cannot stop anywhere. So too, there should be such a wave. Others should be protected by your wave. If you set them aside thinking it is the drama or that a kingdom is being established, how would they benefit? Due to being filled with knowledge, you know that this is the drama. But what is your duty within the drama? What should be the wave amongst the Maharathis? Whatever you hear, you should have positive thoughts about it, not other types of thoughts. Your positive thoughts can cool their intellects. If you set them aside, then there would be nothing for them, because it is the Shaktis that have to play this part in a practical way. Baba is just the backbone. In what stage should the Shaktis be? Two specialties are shown in the images of the goddesses. Their eyes reveal a motherly feeling, and their hands are holding a weapon. That is, they have a motherly feeling to destroy all evil. That is, they feel mercy and want to destroy evil. To destroy evil means to plan finishing the devilish sanskars while also having mercy. There should be the balance of being filled with love and being lawful. Both should exist together. It isn't that a wave of weakness is suddenly revealed because of destruction, but rather that a general weakness has been existing over a long period of time. However, it cannot remain hidden any longer. At first, the weakness exists internally in an incognito way, but now time is coming close, and so you cannot hide your weaknesses. All is now to be revealed, whether it is those who become kings, those who become subjects, those with a low status, or those who are servants. How will visions of the end take place? These visions are now being granted. It isn't that you didn't have any weaknesses and that they have only developed just now, but that the opportunity to reveal them has now come. At the time of finishing an illness, everything emerges. So too, because it is now the time of the end, all the various weaknesses of everyone will be revealed. At present, you have just seen one wave, but you will see all the many other waves. It is essential to go to the extreme. Only when there is the extreme can there be the end. Whatever weaknesses you have within, they will not be able to remain hidden. They will definitely be revealed in one form or another. However, you should be feeling that everyone ought to experience benefit. You are the bestowers of blessings, and so your every thought should be for the benefit of every soul. There will be many other waves. As one wave finishes, another will emerge. All of these are byplots for entertainment, for making everyone's status very clear. This will continue to happen. There will have to be some amazing scenes. On the one hand, new souls will appear to be racing ahead. On the other hand, souls who become tired and come to a standstill will be revealed. On the third side, the weaknesses that will still remain after a long period of time will also be revealed. It is nothing new. However, there should be both the vision of mercy and a feeling of mercy. Acha, blessing, instead of making the facilities your support, may you be a detached observer who only uses the facilities in namesake. Many children put aside the seed and hold on to the branches or twigs. Some make other souls their support, and others make the facilities their support. This is because the seed is not attractive in form or color, whereas the branches and stems are very colorful and beautiful. Maya transforms your intellect in such a way that you experience a false support to be true. Therefore, now in the corporeal form, increase experiencing the Father's company and the stage of detachment. Do not make the facilities your support, but just use them in namesake. Slogan: maintain your spiritual pride and you won't have any feeling of arrogance. Om Shanti.